Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Darling and the Franxx review of episode 21. And things are finally, possibly, maybe making sense now, but I don't know. Let's just get right into it. We start off with good old Papa. We find out that I don't even know anymore. They've assimilated, I guess, to a bunch of different things into one thing. And then they just consume the other members of Ape, and I think the adults, these kind of yellow beams of light shoot up, and there's more than three, which are the members of Ape, so I guess they're all the random adults. So there's like no one left alive on this planet anymore, I'm fairly certain. Then they say this, that there exists a form of pleasure that is gentle and perpetual. Now, this can mean two things. It's a metaphor for death, or their assimilated form is actually pretty sweet. But who knows? Maybe you could be a part of the Papa simulation. Slightly off topic, but I always thought the Klaxosaur designs were really weird. I mean, cool, but weird. But like, what in the world are these things? Like, what is this supposed to be? The big one looks like it hasn't eaten anything in a year, and then the other one doesn't have any arms. And then that dude totally dies. So we get a mention back to the Stampede mode, which never seemed to have much relevance anyway, so good that it's coming full circle, I suppose. But then, somehow, 02 makes it all the way back to the doctor. But it's like, that's a very long walk. The amount of time it took the Franxxes to just get back and forth there, it's like, those things are huge. Like a person fits like in the eyeball or something. And then Frank finally spills the beans that 02 is just a clone of the princess. How sad. We also find out that 01 is around, let's say maybe 60 million years old. You know, just getting up there a little bit in age. But they had an extremely advanced civilization, we found out. And Verm arrived and wanted to assimilate with them because that's all Papa wants to do is assimilate with everyone. But they refused, and then war broke out, and they forged themselves into immortal weapons. Which, yeah, that's just the Klaxosaurs. And somehow through that process, they lost the ability to procreate, which, sure, because that has to do with everything in this show for some reason. And then this is where the split happened that they said last episode. They split into energy, like kind of the weaker Klaxosapiens, and the stronger ones kind of just merged together into weapons. I think anyways, it's not very explained. It's just confusing everywhere. So the star entity is just a big collective mass of Klaxosaurs. Totally makes sense, right? Frank then explains that he made clones out of the clone 02, so her clones are the Nines. These lovely groups of individuals made from little 02. Know what the worst thing about this is? Now, you might be happy that one of the members of the Nines got, but I can't help but feel bad for her when she screams, "I don't want to die." It's just such an unsatisfying death. Because I want to hate them, but they're showing human qualities when they didn't before. And it just really kind of made me sad. Because I wanted to be happy because I hated them. And now I can't. Way to ruin everything for me. Except for him, I don't like him. He's still a loser. But Squad 13 then makes his way down through the Grand Crevasse, just in time to carry 02 and Frank to the locked door. And this is how confident they are with their plan. Yeah. They're blocked by rubble, and chlorophytum uses up all their energy to blow a hole in the wall. And whoa, she just turned old. That's really weird. I've absolutely no idea how that works, or if that's going to play any significant role ever. But they reach the door, and off goes Delphinium down the shaft. I thought they were already at the bottom of the world, pretty much. But I guess not. They can just keep going down, fighting more Verm bots. But the door can only be opened by Klaxosapiens. But plot convenience, of course, Franxx has his arm with, I guess, the princess's DNA or some crap in it. So, and then just kind of just grab that, take that, and now he only has one arm again. The cool Cobra thing shows up and lets 02 ride in it because reasons. They burst through the wall and it basically shatters into dust. Dude, this is like top 10 anime deaths ever right here. That Cobra was great. I miss it. But for real, whatever happened to the other serpent? Because in like her main layer, there were two of them. There was the Cobra and then the kind of sea serpent looking thing. Never see it, I guess. Now Hero and 01 have been completely engulfed in verm juice, I guess, or verm spaghetti. I don't know. And Hero, profusely bleeding through his head, is just kind of there. And with the power of love and friendship, we can have the power to sprout horns, bring back the dead, and fire a mega laser! What? Aw, that's so cute. Frank gets to see his most precious creation work. Oh, he's dead. That blood distribution does not seem to be right. There seems to be a lot of blood that just splattered all over the place. It's like, how much blood does he have left? Because half of it already drained out of him from when his arm was ripped off. I don't know. But they drove off Verm, I guess, so bye. See ya in another 60 million years. Oh, and I suppose 02 is dead as well. Wait, what? What? There's still like 3 episodes left. What are they gonna do? These are the eyes of a dead person, you lousy cliffhangers. So, I think this episode kind of makes up for the mass confusion of episode 20. They finally started tying things together, but the problem is there was just close to none, if any, allusion to any sort of alien life or anything earlier in the story. So there was just absolutely no way to predict or even hint at that this series of events were gonna happen. I think this show would have been a lot better if early on they established aliens like actually existed, even if nothing happened. They just kind of established it, or maybe when they were going through all the books in the one abandoned house, that one of them was like about aliens or something. I think that would just kind of make it more cohesive instead of just throwing aliens exist now. But I guess it's not too possible anymore. But maybe like have a rogue purple dude come down early on, and then Papa kind of covers it up by just saying it's a new class of Klaxosaur. I don't know, just something to hint at the future, because I don't think a single person expected this outcome. So I guess that's gonna do it for this review. What do you think is gonna happen with 02? Is she dead? Is she alive? Is she gonna be brought back like Hero was with the power of love? Let me know, and I will see you next time. Goodbye, ladies and gentlemen.